Falls.
Blindfold.
And, whatever else, you know what I mean? What's going on, my man?
You never know what's going to happen. It's 2 hours of open honesty with a bunch of crazy callers, jam-packed chat room.
Yes.
Where can you get to that chat room, by the way? You want to do some blogs real quick? Let's get them out of the way early so we can get
You
right
go
into it.
to WZROnline.com /chat. WZROnline.com /chat. We're about 7, 8, 9, 8:09 minutes late coming on here.
What's the reason for that anyway? Is there something going on? What do we got?
No, you know what
What happened?
Well, you know what? I went out to the airport yesterday, right? I'm driving my sister's car out, and I pull up to the baggage claim where you drop people off and you pick them up, blah, 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 blah. And I pull up, and all of a sudden I hear snap! And I said, what the fuck was that? And the whole car went straight to the ground. And I said, what the fuck, And so I get out of the car, and I guess...
What do you mean the car went straight to the ground? Like all the tires collapsed and it just hit the ground?
Like the passenger side of the vehicle just crashed to the ground. It was basically, I thought the axle snapped. And so I got out, and the whole tire was off to the side and wouldn't move or anything like that. And so I went up to the sheriff, and I said, listen, man, I'm going to have to call AAA and have them come out here, right? And he's like, it's all right. It's not a big problem. So I go, and we get a rental car, right? And I pay for this rental car. Next thing I know, I come outside, and 2 state troopers and another sheriff car come flying up, surround the car, start opening the doors, and they're going through the thing. They're taking apart the door panels. They're going through the trunk. Da 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 da. And I'm thinking, what in the fuck is going on right now? And the deal is when we went to DMV years ago, the car used to be green, and you know my buddy Dave. Right. He painted the car, and he painted it blue. So they're saying this is a stolen vehicle. I said, no. I said, look. I said, if you open the door panel, you can see the green from before he painted it blue. But I guess if you don't notify DMV that you've modified the car or that you've painted the car, it automatically rings up as a stolen car. So they brought in all these bomb dogs and everything else, and they're sniffing it out, and this, that, and the other thing. And of course the registration was expired on the car, and they didn't give me any tickets. They were cool about it, man. And then AAA came, and they towed it back to the house. And then that's what I was doing today. Dave came over here, and we were out there. It was freezing cold out there today. And, we got it fixed just a couple hours ago. And then I come back inside, and I find out that CM Punk had surgery, and,
I heard about that. Yeah, he got his knee scoped or something.
Yeah.
Like 12 weeks?
No, I think his status for TLC is questionable. So I don't know if the match with Ryback is going to go on, but he's going to be ready for the Royal Rumble. So I don't think it's that serious. That's what I was doing right before we came on here. I put up the breaking post about CM Punk, and then there was a bunch of other news that I had to get caught up on throughout the day because I was outside working all day, and here we are. Just a little bit late.
A couple minutes late, no big deal. But I should mention, and this could be a big deal, I don't know what's going to happen. The dude might need I'm on my roommate's phone this week. I don't know if you want to get into that whole saga, but he might need his phone sometime during the show. So if that happens, I'm going to have to abruptly leave. I mean, I'll return when he's done, but I'll have to just out of nowhere be like, hey, I gotta pass the phone off. So
well, I think
just giving you the heads up on that.
I think Shad Gaspard's coming on in hour number 2. I think. I sent him a text.
Formerly of Crime Time.
Formerly of Crime Time, so I think...
Professional WWE superstar.
Well, I said, because I didn't know if you were going to be here, because I couldn't, I tried calling your cell phone all day today, and it kept, saying that your phone was cut off. So I said I either got to do this thing solo, or I got to have somebody come on here. So Shad, I called him, and he said, yeah, I'm good to go, man, I'm free. So I don't know if he's, I told him 10 o'clock, or did I tell him 10 or 9? Wait a minute.
I hope you didn't tell him 10. That'd be pretty fucked up, dude.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
We're kind of done by 10. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Nice.
You've been doing this show for 12, 13 years now. You figure you'd know that 10 o'clock means we're done.
No, you know what? Check this out, man. I told you guys.
Did you get another?
No. We went.
Car accident that caused you to forget what time your show
I
is?
told you we had this long discussion, and it wasn't a very good discussion last week. I told you about the pill addiction that I had, the morphines, and I went to.
That was last week, huh? That seems like a while ago.
Yeah, well, it was last week, man. But I went to the dentist.
It's been a long week.
I went to the dentist yesterday, man, and they did 6 fillings at one time, and they gave me Xanax, man, and it makes me, oh my god, it makes me so tired, man. I can't stand it. Yeah, real sleepy. But what are you gonna do?
A lot of wrestlers take Xanax, don't they? Xanax and Somas and shit like that.
I don't know. I've heard of Somas, dude, but these Xanax.
They take them to come down, I think.
Oh god, these Xanax bars, they just tire you out, man. You know, and it's the wrong time to do it. You know, especially since I've been clean for about 2 weeks now. You know what I mean? But
yeah, that is bad timing.
Yeah, I don't know. So what's going on with you? How you been?
How have I been? You know exactly how I've been. I've been in hell. I'm sitting in the dark right now in a very, very quiet house.
Well,
if
you pay your bills, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I won't speak on anybody else's business. But.
Well, that's your problem. I sent you money yesterday to get your cell phone turned back on, and that didn't happen.
That did happen. It's on.
It's not on. You called me from a different number. This isn't your cell phone.
The battery's dead. There's no way to charge it right now.
Boone, wait a minute. You know what? Hold on a minute.
Go ahead.
Hold on a minute. We're going to do something. I'm going to prove my point right now. You didn't pay your phone bill. Hold on.
I went up to the Metro store and gave him the cash. We told me I didn't pay my phone bill.
You didn't pay your phone bill.
I know what I did.
All right, so hold on a minute. So if I call your cell phone, and this is what I get. Listen. Let's listen. Wait a minute. You hear that?
TFL02. The mobile number you have called is no longer in service.
Oh, it's no longer in service. No longer in service. No, that means you didn't pay your bill, and when you go pay...
No, it would say that it's not currently connected or something. I paid it today.
You got busted. See, everybody in the
chat.
There's
no busted, dude.
You got busted.
I guess it hasn't fucking kicked through yet. I have no idea.
No, I did. I tried to call your phone all day long, man, because I said, what the fuck? What?
Well, it was off. I mean, I didn't pay it until about 5 o'clock. Like, I called you at 6, I think. 5 or 6, so right around then is when I paid it.
Well, I don't know. Anyways.
I guess it takes a few hours. It's dead either way. I couldn't use it if it was on either way. It don't even turn on right now. As soon as you turn it on, it says doo 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 doo, and then it just shuts right back off.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that either. Because if your phone's dead, then it would be turned off and it wouldn't even ring. So.
It is, are you gonna tell me my phone's not dead? It's sitting right here, dead as shit.
I think you're a liar.
You think what you want to think, buddy. You're fucking stupid. Xanax got you retarded.
Anyway, so what are we gonna do tonight, man? We have Monday Night Raw last night.
I didn't see Raw, but I did. Like I said, right before I was on the internet on this phone, and I saw some of the the lie detector segment at the end. Yeah. And I heard about other parts, like I read about it and shit. So I'm slightly up to date on just Raw, but other than that, I've been literally in the dark for several days on wrestling, so I have no idea what's going on.
Man, the stuff between Paul Heyman and CM Punk last night, man, those two guys on the microphone, good God, man. There's nobody better. You know, there's nobody better than CM Punk and Paul Heyman on the mic, as far as, you know, these days in WWE.
That's the thing. They stand out so much more. They're good, even in the heyday, in the Attitude Era, when you had The Rock and Austin and Triple H cutting these great promos. Heyman and Punk would still be right in the top mix there, you know, with everybody. The reason they stand out so much today is that there aren't Austin, Rock, and Triple H's alongside. They're like the only act that's really, really good on the mic, so they stand out that much more because of everybody else being less than them.
You know what really got me, man, and we talked about this last week, and I brought it up, and I said, you know, they were going to do a John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler match, and the stipulation would be that the Money in the Bank briefcase is on the line. Because everybody keeps asking, you know, when is Dolph Ziggler going to cash in this Money in the Bank briefcase? he's getting fucked, man, and you know.
I think I mean, you're positive they're going to take. There's no chance in your mind that he could win and just keep his briefcase and it'd be like a tease.
No,
expect him to lose it and then he keeps it.
No, because I think I think Cena takes the briefcase and then he goes on, and then The Rock. The last time we saw The Rock, he said he was going to come back and he was going to become WWE champion again. Well, to have that be done, they're probably going to do John Cena versus The Rock 2 at WrestleMania 29, and
so you're willing to admit I've been right all along. They're going to do CM Punk versus The Rock at the Rumble. Rock wins the title, and then they do Cena Rock 2 at WrestleMania. I told you that all along, motherfucker.
No. CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
CM Punk keeps the title at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and then John Cena's got the Money in the Bank briefcase, so he could cash it in.
What, on some shit pay-per-view and have a month run before they go into WrestleMania? I don't think so. So The Rock loses at Royal Rumble then. That's what you're saying.
Well, The Rock, and then CM Punk's title reign would continue, and then what, John Cena?
Come on, you know that ain't happening. You think The Rock's coming back and losing in his first match back for the title?
You know what, though? How about the mic work between CM Punk and The Rock? Because it's not like,
That's going to be crazy. Especially if Paul Heyman's still involved.
Right, because The Rock is awesome. Well, everybody knows The Rock's awesome on the microphone, but CM Punk is the type of guy who will fire right back at him and almost make him look like a joke.
I was going to say, more than fire back at him, Punk's he's vicious. He's got like a vitriolic way of undressing you with his fucking verbal ability on the microphone. The Rock is more poppy and catchphrases and funny, whereas Punk's more serious and cutting and hard-nosed and more edgy, and it'll be more raw when he's going right at The Rock. He's going to probably hit him hard with some low blows. I mean, even Cena took a couple, about taking notes on your wrist last year. That was huge, in my opinion.
Was that a pun right there? It's going to be more raw?
Oh, no. I didn't even notice I said that.
No, it was kind of a pun. It was
I guess an inadvertent pun, sure.
An inadvertent pun. There you go. So, anyway, this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk Monday Night Raw from last night. I'll run it down from top to bottom.
Not to interrupt your little flow here.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I'm doing. But this Saturday, we got two big fights on Saturday. We got to talk about that at some point. We got Pacquiao and the best UFC on Fox card ever. So we got to talk about that for a little bit at some point. We got 2 hours. We can squeeze it in.
We got a lot of time to burn because there was no pay-per-views or anything like that. You know what I mean? How about those Detroit Lions, Matty Boone? How about them?
Motherfucker, man. Fucking luck, dude. I can't believe it. They lose like that every week. It's like they get right down to the last second and then they just fucking blow it every time.
How about them? How about them Buffalo Bills, Matt Boone?
Did they win?
And they killed them, bro. They killed them. And we played Jacksonville, and it was what was the final? 37 to.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know you guys lost. It was 35-33 to.
Yeah, we lost. I thought it was by 1 point. I guess it was 2. I know Luck did it right at the end. Fucking, we fucked ourselves basically.
Yeah, well, you guys are pretty much out of the playoffs now, and Buffalo's already...
We were already out.
Yeah. Buffalo's, I'm trying to find... I'm at NFL. Why can't I find the,
Well, because you're a real-life stupid person.
No.
That has nothing to do with it. That's a factor.
34-18.
34-18.
See, I'm not a stupid person.
Are you guys out of the playoff picture, or are you still in it?
No.
Wild card, anything?
No,
Nothing?
we're definitely out of the playoff picture. I mean, we would have needed to win every single game, and we lost last week, so... But
I can't even think of your record off the top of my head. How many games you won this year?
Oh, God, let me see.
You don't know your own team's record, dude? Come on.
I don't follow the records and shit.
You can think in your head real quick if they've only won a few games how many it is.
We lose. We lose a lot, and that's it. Here, I'll give you my...
You just keep track of the wins, and you'll never forget the record.
Well, our division, I mean, you've got the Patriots are 9-3. You've got the Jets who are 5-7. I mean, listen to this, right? The Patriots are 9-3, and then the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins are all 5-7. So I guess we're tied for second place if you want to look at it like that.
So could you get in a wild card? I mean, what's the rest of it? Like, I forget how that works. I mean, you can get in as a wild card if you're tied for second in a three-way. Like, if a bunch of teams lose and you win every game,
right?
There's still no way you could be a wild card.
You know what? You may be right. You may be right because we're all tied. It's not like there's.
Well, you may be crazy.
Well,
you may be right.
What's your record? Let me see what your record. Look at you.
We're out of it.
Look at you, 4-8.
Yeah.
4-8.
We got like 2 or 3 teams ahead of us in our own division, right? The Packers.
Yeah, but you got
the Bears.
You got Green Bay.
Vikings.
Green Bay, who's 8-4. Chicago's 8-4. The Vikings are 6-6. So yeah, you're fucked. But
Yep.
whatever. What are you gonna do? So, you know what? This weekend there was Miguel Cotto, right? It was in a boxing match, and he fought. I forget the guy's last name, Trout or Stout, something like that. And
maybe I thought it was like has he got a weird first name then?
I'm not sure what the first name was, dude. I know the last name was Trout or Stout, but he was 26-0, so he wasn't a jobber by any means. But Cotto got beat, man. I was surprised. I was surprised to see it. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I was watching it with a couple people with House of Dan, dude, and House agreed with me, and said, listen, he didn't get his ass beat that bad. The guy was just. It was like, when Klitschko, either the Klitschko brothers fight, and they're huge guys.
Boring. They win on points, but they don't do a lot of damage,
right?
Shit like that.
But nobody can get in. You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to throw a punch, but the guy's so tall.
They use their reach, their jab, and their footwork to stay outside, touch them so they can't come in and move.
Yeah,
they're scoring points and they don't hurt them, but they win decisions that way.
I mean, it was a good fight, dude, but it wasn't like Cotto took a complete ass whooping. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that's what's good about MMA though too, is you can't do that shit in MMA. Like a Klitschko trying to do that style in MMA, there's no way somebody just grab him and take him down or put him up against the fence or start out like clinching and hitting them from the clinch.
Right.
Because in boxing, if you clinch, they break you. You can't hit in the clinch. It's illegal.
Yeah, I can't.
There's so many other options in MMA. You can't have a guy just run around jabbing and moving and winning fights on decisions like that. It's so rare.
I can't remember the last Klitschko fight that I've seen that's been a good fight, dude. They're all boring. Every single Klitschko fight is so boring.
The thing is, they're both mental pussies, because when they were coming up, they were knocking out everybody. They were both undefeated, and they had like 90-some% wins by knockout.
Right.
And then each of them got like their ass whooped once or twice, especially Vladimir got knocked out a couple times. And ever since then, they're gun shy as hell. They don't take any chances anymore.
Yeah.
They don't open up, so they just point box and win decisions. It's boring as shit. And they always fight in Germany and fucking overseas so they can make money, because nobody will pay in America to see them because they know they suck.
How about, switching gears a little bit here, man. We had a pretty sad passing, man. Freebird Buddy Roberts passed away over the past week, man.
It's so crazy. I was just watching the World Class Championship Wrestling, the WCCW, the Texas promotion, Von Erichs, where the Freebirds became real big names, and it's crazy. Like literally the next day, you tell me Buddy Roberts died. It was just fucking. It was spooky, because I hadn't even thought about the Freebirds or the Von Erichs or Texas or anything in a while, and then I watched this documentary that I'd seen years ago. It's WWE's release. They actually have a non-WWE one, too. It's pretty good. But, it was just crazy, the timing of that. That's a sad one.
Yeah, he was pretty young, too, man. He was, I want to say upper 50s, maybe lower 60s, somewhere around there, so... Not good, man. Not good. And then, there may be a problem with Rey Mysterio. Everybody knows that Rey Mysterio's got 2 strikes, right? 3 strikes and you're out.
The drug policy, yeah.
Right. Well, you know what it is, dude? The whole thing with the drug policy, it's like, you can have, you get 3...
You fucking asshole, dude. I'm laying down drinking water, and you happen to do that right when I was taking a sip of water. I almost choked and spit water all over the place laughing.
Why?
I think you almost had a death on the radio because of that.
No, but Ray was not at Raw last night, and he is not at the SmackDown tapings tonight either, which is fairly
mysterious from Mysterio.
Yes, it is kind of mysterious, man, because it could be an injury, etc., but he's got 2 strikes on him, and the fact that
well, if it was an injury, we would have heard about it, no?
Yeah, I would assume so.
You would think so, yeah. I mean, he would have had to injure it at a house show or in a match or some freak way, and I'm sure we would have heard if it was a freak way. If it was a match, we would have definitely heard about it. So.
We're going to be doing, they announced last night, SmackDown's coming to Albany, the SmackDown team. I think it's February or March.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can see the headlines now. in New York and every fucking headline for like a month in advance.
Oh yeah, Albany. All
fucking
over
Ryan Clark's gonna do his job to fill that building, dude. He's gonna fill the building, and WWE's not even gonna know that's why they get. Like, wait, last time we were here we had 8,000. Now we got 15,000. What the hell's going on? Fucking Ryan Clark's a mark, and he's promoting his Albany fucking SmackDown tape and like crazy.
Boy, it is hot in here, man. Well, once we get closer, we're gonna do a live radio show from inside the arena because it's on Tuesday night.
We've done that before. Yeah.
So I gotta take my shirt off. Hold on, it's hot, man. It is hot.
You're telling me it's hot, dude. We ain't.
Woo!
I'm in Florida with no electricity in a house, dude. You gotta be kidding me. It's hot. Fuck you.
Yeah. Is it hot down there still?
It hasn't been until like yesterday and today. It's gotten real warm. It was really nice, like nice and chilly. You leave the windows open at night, you nice breeze.
Yeah.
But yeah, today and yesterday has been pretty fucking hot. 80s, I would think.
Yeah. So, this is the plan for tonight. We're gonna run down Monday Night Raw in hour number 1. We're gonna do rapid fire and your live phone calls in hour number 2. I am not feeling good right now, man.
Do you have confirmation on if Shad's in hour number 2, or do you not even know?
I said he was going to call in hour number 2, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you said earlier that you might have told him 10 o'clock. Did you find out if you told him 10 or 9?
No, I checked the text message. It was 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So,
let me take a live phone call real quick. Caller, you're live. We hung up on us. Hey, you know what? Hold on one second. We are I'm having a production issue right now. Let me take a quick let me take a quick commercial break and then we'll come back. We'll be here in 2 minutes.
Uh-oh.
2 minutes. Hold on. That was, you know what happened? I tried to take that phone call. How, you were able to call up, man. And then, Skype told me that I had to renew in order to take phone calls. I had to go back and I had to renew. I just had to pay $8 to renew our phone number. So,
I thought you just did. Oh, that was the chat room.
That was the chat room. That cost me
Yeah.
$80. So now we can take phone calls. So everything. That's weird, man. Because you call.
Yeah, so it took my call, but it wouldn't take any additional.
I just tried to pick up a phone call and it said your online number is expired, so I had to go and re-register it. It's always something, bro. God damn, man.
It literally is something every week.
Right?
I mean, on both ends, your end or my end. There's always something bullshit going on that we have to work through. Every fucking week.
What, I thought you're not going to Tampa? You didn't, or can I?
I'm
Okay.
supposed to still. I don't know if I don't know. Thursday maybe, but I have no idea, dude. It's complicated. I'll tell you when we talk over here.
Alright, no doubt. Alright, so let's get these plugs out of the way, and then we'll get into Monday Night Raw from last night. Pretty good show, man. I'm telling you, the past 3 weeks or so, man, ever since Survivor Series, a little bit more edgy. They're giving you some cliffhangers, you know.
And then they got stuff now. Like for the longest time, it was just CM Punk was the only thing you really gave a shit about. At least I did, and when I was watching. Now I like the Shield thing they got going on. It's pretty cool. Ryback hot.
Right.
Cena's doing all right. You got CM Punk and Heyman running around. Ziggler's getting put on a little more.
Well,
they got some shit going on.
And the Ryback or the Shield thing is kind of.
Daniel Bryan. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I mean it used to be, you know, they would come out during CM Punk matches, you know, and they took out Randy Orton last night. They took out Daniel Bryan and Kane last night, so...
They took out Ryback the week before.
Yeah, well, 2 weeks in a row they took out Ryback. They put him through the table both times, you know? So, I mean, it makes you wonder, and that's a good thing, you know what I mean? Where a lot of times you can predict this shit, and you know exactly what's going to happen. But they're taking a different approach here, where everybody's like, you know, why are they attacking this guy? What's going on with this guy? You know what I mean? So... All right.
Yeah, well, it keeps you wondering, yeah, especially obviously they're going to be found to be aligned with Punk and Heyman and everything, but still you wonder why and what's their mission, like what are they trying to accomplish specifically, figuring all that stuff out. It's interesting.
God,
it's something to watch.
Did you see the Raw rating came in, man, from last night?
NFL whooped its ass, huh? What was the final numbers? I didn't hear the.
Well, it was a 2.55, which is rounded up to a 2.6. Yeah, man, it was a 15-year low, man. Actually, no. Yeah, actually, you know what? It was a 15-year low for a non-holiday show, man. And that's even worse than the one that they had in Albany, New York.
Albany, New York.
Just a couple weeks ago, you know, so it's not good.
I mean, haven't they got the message yet? They can't do this 3-hour bullshit. They got to go back to 2 hours. That's the only way they're going to fix this problem. And they're oversaturating their talent, you know, putting them on TV too. I mean, they're getting too much exposure can be a bad thing. You always used to say, well, there's not enough time to feature new guys and push new stars. Now there's too much fucking time. I mean, you can't expect somebody to sit through 3 hours every week. It's just too goddamn much. And people are tuning out in peak fucking quarter hours. That should be your message. Like, yo, I mean, you're putting your best foot forward at a prime time, and you're losing people because the audience is fatigued. They've been sitting through the goddamn show, and they want to watch something else at a certain point, or just stop watching TV.
Not only that, but you've got Monday Night Raw, and then you've got SmackDown on Friday. You've got Main Event on Wednesday night. You've got Saturday Morning Slam on Saturday. I mean, it's just non-stop wrestling. You know, people get burnt out. You know, I thought UFC even said that they were going to run into that same problem, and then finally
they are running into that same problem. They deny it. The company UFC itself.
Right.
They don't think. They just think their big fights are big fights, and these smaller shows, I mean, you don't have to watch them, but still, it's too much in general. Exposure to the sport's a bad thing.
Yeah,
you want to make it special. That way, when it comes on, it's an event. That's the whole point of a sport.
Are they going to do the Super Bowl show? I know that who is it? Fox was trying to convince Dana and Lorenzo to do a Super Bowl show, which makes sense. You know what I mean, dude? That's a huge weekend. Why not do a pay-per-view during that time, where you've already got people that are tuning into Fox for the
Wait. You mean do a pay-per-view during Super Bowl weekend?
During not head-to-head with the Super
Yeah, they do Saturday, not Sunday. That's a tradition. They've been doing that. We went to one of them, dude.
They're not doing it this year, dude. That's the whole thing, man. There's a big story in the MMA world that Fox officials want UFC to do a Super Bowl show, and Dana White was against it, and they're
trying to do it on pay-per-view.
Right, and they're trying to get him to do something on Fox for that weekend, you know?
Oh, that would be huge. Why wouldn't they want to do that?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, their Super Bowl pay-per-view is traditionally one of their biggest. I mean, you put the fights on TV. My God, the amount of people that you could get because of all the sporting interest that weekend. Right. You know, it was Super Bowl Sunday, but they got this UFC Saturday. Let's check that out. I think it would do huge numbers, especially if you put pay-per-view caliber fights on it.
Well, that's the problem. That's the whole problem that I've had from Fox from the beginning, dude. They don't stack these cards up, man. They put these, GSP
was on the shelf for over a year. That's their main pay-per-view draw. As soon as they got the Fox deal, they lost Brock Lesnar. He was their other main pay-per-view draw. And then people like Tito Ortiz retired, Chuck Liddell retired, all these guys, Matt Hughes, all these people retired, so they didn't have many superstars that they could sell pay-per-views with. GSP on the shelf, and Silva's only fighting twice a year, 3 years. You got to have enough superstars to headline pay-per-views. Otherwise, you can't put a pay-per-view on if it's not something worth paying for. And if they put those fights on free TV, they'd have even less to sell on pay-per-view, which is already a problem they're experiencing. So, I mean, it makes sense that they don't put too many big fights on TV, but there's interesting matchups you could do on TV. Like a Rampage fight on TV would be huge, even if it was against a jobber.
Yeah. Well, Rampage is saying he's only got, one more fight left on his contract, and then he's done?
Yeah, he wants to explore other avenues. He wants to see if he can make money elsewhere. So.
We're going to mix this up tonight. Let's take some phone calls, man. Why not, right? Mix it up.
Here, you take some calls. I think my buddy's got to take a call here.
All right, no doubt. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, I don't know if you guys heard, they just announced, I have a friend at SmackDown tonight, that CM Punk is not going to fight Ryback at TLC. They've called it off, and Ryback will team with Kane and Daniel Bryan to face the Shield.
Is that right? So CM Punk is... Wow.
That's what I just heard, yep.
Wow, CM Punk pulled from the TLC pay-per-view. Wow. So what's the, you said it's Daniel Bryan and Kane against who?
They're going to put Ryback, I guess, with Kane and Daniel Bryan to face Ambrose, Rollins, and Roman Reigns, the Shield, in a six-man tag team match.
Wow. Thank you. I appreciate the heads up. There you go. See? So, CM Punk is not, but you know what? That'll still keep him champion, obviously, right? I mean, he's not going to vacate the title. So, what are you doing?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
What do you mean, what am I doing?
Well, to hear what the caller said?
No, I told you I had to click over for a minute.
Oh, CM Punk is off the TLC pay-per-view. They announced it at the... Officially. They announced it at the SmackDown taping, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not an angle? How did they announce it? What do you mean they announced it?
He said it's going to be Daniel Bryan, Kane, and Ryback in a triple...
Oh, they changed the match. Wow. Damn, they just did that with Cena, too, with that elbow, or was it elbow?
Yeah, Cena was.
Well, yeah, he got taken out of the pay-per-view. Jesus, man. And the top two guys, too. What a pain in the ass that's got to be for them. They got to rewrite everything and change everything. And did they already, they probably already had marketing, like commercials and shit they spent money on.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, well, they hyped it over and over on Raw last night, too, dude, with video packages and everything else,
Damn.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, but that means that his title reign continues into the Royal Rumble. I don't think he's going to be out for more than a month. You know what I mean? Here's the funny thing, man. Well, it's not really funny that anybody gets injured, but last week he was on Twitter and he said, "Hey, I got a scoop for you guys. I'm going to get X-rays." And then he came out the following day, and it was like an X-ray for. Hold on, I'll get it. I just put it up on the website. It was. Hold on a second. Bear with me.
An X-ray for what? Something goofy?
Yeah, he was trying to...
He made everybody nervous about a serious thing, and then it was... What was it? I'm stalling for you here. It was an X-ray of...
It was an X-ray of... He said, He said... Here's a tweet. He says, "I am getting X-rays today. Thought you should know. #scoop." And then the following day, he came out and he says, he later followed up and he says, "Haha, suckers, was just a chest X-ray for a physical so that I can go up in an F-18, which means, when they went out for tribute to the troops or whatever it was, he had to do this X-ray.
Well, my question is, when he did #Scoop, did he do Scoop with 2 S's, or was it just Scoop?
No, just the scoop. No pro wrestling scoops.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. He fucked me over, right? Actually, he sent it to Meltzer. He said, here's a scoop, Meltzer, and then nobody picked up.
Really?
Yeah, and then nobody picked up on it, dude. And then a week later he really gets injured and has to go in for knee surgery. So
is that karma knocking on the door there? Jesus Christ.
Right. And then basically the latest update on the injury is he did have surgery today with Dr. James Andrews, and looks like, WWE.com put an article up and said that had surgery. It was a scope of his left knee, and WWE.com says Dr. Andrews successfully performed a cartilage tear. So, who knows how long he's going to be out, but I don't know.
That's not I don't think that's a serious thing. I think that's maybe up to 8 to 12 weeks maybe, at the most, I would think.
Well, then that would put Royal Rumble in jeopardy, right, if it was 8 to 12 weeks. Because Royal Rumble's what? January... I don't know the exact date.
It's at the end of January, right? So, that would be 6, 7 weeks away, still 8 weeks away. No, wait. Yeah, it could be as much as 8 weeks away. I'm sure 8 to 12 weeks is the normal recovery time. That's the thing. But you can always go back early if everything goes good.
Right. Well,
not a major risk. It's not like a major surgery.
Well, and part of the reason, you're not going to have a guy that's got a bad knee, go in and work a ladder match against Ryback at the TLC pay-per-view. Although,
that wouldn't be wise. That would be about the worst scenario for somebody. Yeah.
So that's why you put Daniel Bryan and Kane in there, as the caller just said. We're going to, like I said, guys, we're going to mix it up. If you guys want to call up all night long tonight, I'll take phone calls. I'll just, we'll stop what we're doing, and I don't know. It's good to mix it up every once in a while. You know what I mean?
Fans first.
There you go. WZR.
Cheap babyface bullshit.
WZR Online.
Because of you great fans.
Because of you great WZR Army fans. WZROnline.com. /chat. Ryan Clark in the chat room says, people power. There you go, man. Johnny Ace was backstage at Raw last night, and I thought, Vince McMahon came out on Raw last night to do the whole thing with Vicky Guerrero, and I thought Vince was going to come out, basically fire Vicky, and then bring back John Laurinaitis, because that's, Vince loves doing shit like that, So.
I'm back on WWE Raw as your new interim general manager, Rick the Week, Executive Vice President Taylor. Get the fuck out of here, man. Don't bring that guy back. We finally got rid of him. Don't bring him back.
All right. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on? Hey now. This could be Shad right here. We'll pick this one up. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Mr. Ryan and Mr. Matt Boone, ass kickers.
Ass kickers. Best show ever. You damn right it's the best show ever. What's going on, my man?
Ain't nothing much, man. Giving you a call from the Bronx, New York.
There you go. Representing
Boogie
the
down, Bronx. You got it, man. Well, real quick, I got a couple things to ask you. What do you think is gonna happen now that Punk is out of commission? You think they're gonna put the belt on Ryback? And what do you think about the nasty ratings all year long? The nasty, is it Ravens?
The nasty.
The ratings, yeah. The bad
ratings.
Okay. No, we were just talking about the ratings. I think they should cut to 2 hours for Raw. That would help that rating.
That's not
like Ryan said. There's so many goddamn shows that you can only expect people to watch so many shows. And what was his first question, Ryan?
Well, he basically said, what are they going to do with CM Punk now that he's out with an injury? Listen, man, the title's not going to be on the line, I'm guessing, at TLC. If you're going to put Daniel Bryan, they're not going to strip him of the title, you know what I mean, just because he's injured. I could understand if he was going to be out for 6 months to a year, then they would strip the title from him. But it's, like you said earlier, dude, it's only 4 to 8 weeks or something like that.
Oh, hell yeah, and they would not have him... hold the title for a year and however long it's been, and then take it off of him because he's going to be out and miss one pay-per-view. That would be crazy.
Right, yeah. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
What's going on, Clark? It's Rygo.
Rygo. What are you at?
Rygo. What do you mean, what's going on, Clark? I'm not here? What the fuck?
What up, Boone?
Oh, what's up, Rygo? Johnny come lately?
Yeah, I didn't win the lotto, so you're not getting your $1 million, sorry.
God damn it. You got my hopes up, bro. I thought we were really going to win it. I really thought we were going to win it, man.
You know what the thing is? They were weird numbers, dude. It was like 22, 23, 54, 55, and then 6.
Niner.
Yeah, it's something weird, dude. I don't know. Whatever.
Alright, I got 2 questions. What do you think about TNA's booking lately, with how they actually seem like they're going somewhere, even though it's kind of a crappy storyline? At least it's done right. And do you think there's any chance that this is a work, the injury? Because they can't have Ryback lose 3 months in a row, no matter how crazy the situation is, and still try to build him up as a monster. And it protects Punk to take the title to face The Rock at Rumble.
I don't know if it's a work. We're gonna put some stuff up on the website.
What's the work?
If the CM Punk injury is a
Oh,
work.
no, it's not a work.
I mean, you got guys. I mean, a bunch of talents came out today. We're gonna put this up on the website as soon as we go off the air here tonight. But Jim Ross came out. Lance Storm came out. Lance Storm said, "Best of luck to CM Punk on a speedy recovery." Jim Ross said, "CM Punk has many challenges awaiting him, but toughness and perseverance aren't any of them." Shawn Michaels came out and said, "I wish him a speedy recovery." JBL came out and said, best wishes to CM Punk. So I don't think it's a work.
No, I mean, he definitely had the knee scope. But, I mean, whether or not he can't work TLC, we just found that out from, a caller. So, I mean, that, I guess, could be untrue. I mean, I doubt it is, but that's possible, I guess. But no, he definitely had his knee scoped.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Matt? What's up, Ryan? Sorry, Ryan, I had to switch it up and give Matt some love.
Thank you. See, I noticed it too. I wasn't gonna say anything.
No, I noticed it too. He said your name. He said your name before mine. That's cool. No, I'm just playing. What's up, man?
No, it should be.
Hey, what's up? Hey, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts. I had 2 things actually. What do you guys think of Miz as a babyface? Because I actually like it. And did you guys notice during the whole thing with the lie detector test, the Miz Punk said something about this sucks or something like that, and Miz says no, but your mother does, and Punk just kept talking, and everybody, I thought that was wow for PG. You're saying, wow, no, but your mother does. I didn't know if you guys could that or not.
Well, you know what, and that's what I've been talking about, man. The last couple of weeks, it's been a little bit more edgy, man, with the makeout session with John Cena and AJ, the mother joke last night. I mean, there's some edginess is starting to come back, you know what I mean? And here's the thing, man, and we bring this up all the time. A lot of people say, well, WWE's PG because it all revolves around, Linda McMahon's Senate campaign. And a little bit, no doubt, man. But it deals with advertisers, man. It deals with sponsorships and et cetera, et cetera. But the thing is, dude, I mean, it's 2012, right? Almost 2013. And it's... If you watch any TV show, dude, whether it be on CBS, ABC, NBC, it's edgy, man. It's more edgy, you get the cuss words, not fuck
yeah,
this.
Yeah, but they're rated higher than PG, man. I mean, if you're gonna make yourself a PG television product, and you have to follow PG standards, that's them shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, you can't say that they should be edgy because other people are edgy. If they want to be edgy, they can be edgy. They can change the demographic they target. They can make a PG-13 product again, do Attitude Era all over again. I mean, that's their choice. They think there's more money in marketing to children, though, with merchandise and shit like that.
Right. Callie, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening? Hey, just 2 quick questions. How long do you think Paul Heyman will be with WWE? And if you like anything at all, like the CM Punk segments or his segment, or what?
No, he doesn't write anything. I mean, I'm sure he improvises a lot of his shit, and I'm sure him and Punk go over what they're gonna do and stuff. But I mean, you know, but didn't he sign a 1-year deal, right, dude? Or was it long? Was it? I think it was a 1-year deal.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, when Brock Lesnar comes back, you know that Heyman's going to be aligned with him. Brock Lesnar needs somebody to talk for him. Lesnar's horrible.
Well, his year would still run through Brock Lesnar's deal. Brock Lesnar's done at WrestleMania, isn't he?
He could be, unless they reach another.
No, Heyman's deal. He only signed that deal in the middle or towards the end of the year this year, so he's gonna be around until at least the summer of next year, I would think.
No, it was before that because Brock came in. Brock was there. What? When did Brock come in last year to WWE?
He came in the day after WrestleMania, right?
Was it the day after WrestleMania? Yeah, so
Yeah.
it would have been right around there. Maybe
He came in like a couple weeks after, but yeah, you're right.
Right. So he's been there for a while. It all depends. I'm sure they'll re-sign him, you know. Guys, if you want to call up, it's 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. We're going to get into Monday Night Raw here in just a second. We'll do the rapid fire segment in hour number 2. Take more live phone calls. Whatever you guys want to talk about. And I think Shad Gaspard may be here in hour number 2, but I don't want to confirm that, so we'll wait and see. Caller, you're live. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Yeah, I was just wondering, with Dolph Ziggler and John Cena now on pay-per-view.
Just ignore it, Boone.
If they face each other now without Punk on the card, they're probably going to put Cena over just to give the pay-per-view more pop. Now, do you think that there'd be any way for them to get Ziggler back the title scene into the main event, really, after making him lose the briefcase?
Well, I mean, my thoughts are that... would you shut the fuck up, Boone? Listen, man, not everybody's as cool as you, bro, and they got some bass. No, he's not still. I cut him off because I knew you were gonna...
It's better to make fun of him when they're not on the line. My God, dude, and you let him go for so long, too. That was great. You sound like Kermit the Frog, bro. Did you hear it? John Cena, one of the bad guys.
And we just lost a fan. No, I'm playing.
It's all in good fun. Come on now.
It isn't good fun, but you're just a fucking straight prick.
Come on, everybody was thinking it as soon as he started talking. They said, "What the fuck is going on with that voice?"
Yeah, well,
sound like a cat in the heat, get his nuts stomped on her.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I think you got a good voice, bro. I think you got a good voice. Let me
good singing voice, right?
Yeah, good to X Factor, American Idol.
There you go.
Yeah. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
You guys whoop ass. Best show ever.
Best show ever, baby. You know it. What's going on, man?
Yes, man. All right. I got a couple questions real quick. Do you guys think that now, because of the WWE ratings are on the toilet, are they gonna get guys like Hogan and Shawn Michaels and Austin back? I mean, it's always a quick draw way to try and get ratings back, to bring back a star from the past. But I mean, lately it doesn't seem like that works, Ryan. I mean, do you agree? Like when The Rock comes back, it moves the needle. But other than him, I mean, you bring back Chris Jericho, that doesn't do anything. I mean, guys like that don't seem to make a difference, you know. And Shawn Michaels isn't going to have any lengthy run in the ring again, you know. He's retired, so.
It really isn't. I mean, pro wrestling right now as a whole, and that's the problem with TNA, you know. I mean, everybody says TNA, they draw a 1.0 and a 1.1 rating. Well, when WWE's ratings are pretty much at all-time lows right now, it's awful difficult to try to build a company when the main company in the United States is at all-time lows. So if you're trying to take a company and build it up, it's not a good time to do so. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's like if you look at the bottom rung of wrestling show business. I mean, when wrestling is at its hottest, a little indie promotion can make some money. I mean, they're not going to be a big-ass company, but they can make some money. They can turn profit, pay talent, bring in some stars. When wrestling as a whole, like you're saying right now, is down, then those smaller companies, I mean, they're not breaking even. I'm sure every one of them's losing money, just breaking their ass to put on shows. There's nowhere for talent to go to work. You know, it's a trickle down effect. Everything suffers.
Hey, you just brought up an indie promotion. You want to make some money for me? I'll pay you.
There's a commercial?
Well, no, here's the deal, man. December 16th, right? ROH Final Battle. It's taking place in New York City. The problem I have is they're doing a fourth... I'm drinking Pepsi tonight, dude, and it's making me burp like crazy. But anyways, they're gonna do,
That didn't sound like a burp. It sounded like you were going to fucking die of bad vomiting or something.
No, December 16th.
Hairball.
December 16th. Reggie had a big hairball yesterday, dude, and I tried to get him to the bathroom, and he fucking puked all over the carpet. That
I
son
thought
of a
cats
bitch.
get hairballs. Reggie's a dog, no?
Dogs get hairballs, dude, or they
Really?
puke.
I didn't know that. Did he eat your ferret? Did you have a ferret, dude? Did I hear?
A
Some
ferret?
kind of weird little... What do you have? Some kind of little weird... Like a turtle or a rabbit or a fucking...
I got a
what do you have?
I got a rabbit.
Do you really have a rabbit?
Yeah, I got a rabbit.
Who the fuck has a rabbit?
Oh,
Do you put it
my
in a
God.
cage, or does it run around?
No, you know what? Here's a little story for you. 2 days ago, I like to let him run around, dude. Nobody wants to be stuck in a cage, you know what I'm saying? So he goes...
You got a rabbit running around? That's crazy, dude.
So I got this little rabbit, right? And he's running around, dude, and I couldn't find him the other day, and I said, what the fuck happened to him? Where did he go? That son of a bitch was in the corner, dude, and he chewed through my charger for the laptop that I got. So I gotta go to Radio Shack, and I gotta get a brand new charger. Fucking cocksucker.
That sucks. I remember me and Rob, our buddy Rob, when we were sharing that room in Albany.
Yeah.
He had his dog Bruno.
Albany?
And yeah, in Albany, New York, 518. You know,
Albany,
capital of New York. Anyways, Albany, New York is where it happened.
Yeah,
and
right.
in Albany, New York, I had this apartment with our buddy Rob, rest in peace. And
Yes,
he
sir.
had the dog Bruno. And I forget what I needed to get up for, but I remember I had an alarm set, and it was important I get up early the next day for something. I don't remember what it was. I knew it was important. So I set the alarm, and the dog he chewed through the alarm while I was sleeping, so it never woke me up, and whatever it was, it got all fucked up. But yeah, the fucking animals, man, they could be a pesky son of a bitch. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, too. I don't know how this came in my head. I think it was something to do with the air conditioner here, but do you remember in, not Albany, New York, but East Greenbush, New York, where me and your ugly ass shared an apartment, and I had the fucking, the room next to yours upstairs. Do you remember when that fucking bird made a nest in my goddamn air conditioner / heater in the bedroom? We had to fucking yank all the goddamn
bring
nests
that
and the dead
up.
birds out.
Don't bring that up, because you know
You
what
remember that, dude?
you
The
know.
smell and the fucking...
No, you know what I did to those little birdies, dude. Let's not bring that up, dude.
You're not gonna tell that part of the story? I wasn't gonna bring that part up, but you might as well tell it.
Well,
you can't tease the audience and then not tell them.
Well, they were little birdies, and we decided to slingshot the motherfuckers.
I recall standing there telling you how fucked up it was. I was doing. I'm like, oh, dude, that's fucked up. You're giggling like a retard.
Well, we slingshotted them off the 3rd floor, and they didn't fly, and they hit the ground, and... You know.
That sounded funny. It didn't fly.
Well, we tried. You're right. They got to fly sometime, and they hit the ground, and they died. Sorry.
I recall it a little different. I don't know how honest you want to be, but I recall it a little differently than that.
Well,
Do you want me to tell my side of the story, or we're allowed to be honest right now? Because I remember it quite different, actually.
Go right ahead.
Go right ahead? All right. It's going to make you look pretty bad, though.
What? I threw the fucking birds off the 3rd-story building. They didn't fly, and they hit the ground. They died.
Okay, that's what happened. All right, that's what happened then.
What happened?
I recall you throwing them against the fucking building across the street from ours and watching them smash up against the fucking wall. Fucking hit the ground and shit.
I did not. I hauled them, and I thought they were gonna fly, and they hit the pavement, and they didn't. Maybe they lived. Who knows? How do you know they died? They didn't die.
We don't know that. There's no proof. I mean, I didn't go down and look for birdies so maybe they lived. But dude, I was just remember pulling all that shit. It's surprising how much they can fucking wound up into a nest in a little area like that. Because you were pulling that shit out for. It was like the handkerchief trick the magicians do, where the handkerchief never stops coming out and shit.
Right. Well, there was like 4 or 5 of them in there, right? I think he laid
a bunch of them. That was crazy, man. I remember it was stinking and the heat wasn't working.
Yeah.
You said, let me look at this motherfucking thing. You fucking take the goddamn thing off, and you said, oh, look at the little birdies. He said, look, there's little birdies in there, man. There's little birdies. You want some friends? There's a couple birdies in here.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're pulling out 10 feet of fucking...
I'm not an animal abuser. I think they lived, dude. I think they went for a test flight, and when they hit the ground, they flew off at another time.
Well, if they didn't, Ryan, let me put your little heart at ease, since you're an animal lover. They probably went to birdie heaven. So, I mean, at the worst case scenario, they're sitting on a cloud as a birdie angel. so don't worry about
Well, there you go. They're angels in heaven.
Yeah.
No, fuck it. What the fuck, dude? Get through all that.
They call that a tangent. We just went off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
We do that often on WZR Radio, right? Every Tuesday night. Often. WZROnline.com /chat. WZROnline.com/chat. Get to the live chat room right now. Where's everybody going tonight? They're we got 60 in the chat. That's not too bad, right?
That's depressing. See, I'm sitting in the dark, so you can't picture me. Like if we had dual split screens and we were on TV, you would be sitting there in your nice lit studio with your headset on, looking in the camera, and I'd be pitch black, just a black screen.
I put up a bunch of new photos on my Facebook page, man, with me and
the ugliest uncle of all time, right?
Oh Jesus, God! I'm not you motherfucker. I'm a sexy bitch, dude. You know it too. I'm a sexy.
Fucking little nephew. Does he live with you, or do they have their own place? Because you had 2 apartments at one point. I never fucking heard what happened with that. They have an apartment and you have one, or you all share one?
No, we're all here together, man. I
God!
I
So the baby scream and cry early in the morning and wake you up. I'd fucking lose.
Nice. To be honest, he's not that bad, man. He's
No?
he doesn't. I mean, when he wants to eat, he'll throw a little fit, but other than that.
Wham! I'm hungry, mommy.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? All right, so what do you want to do? Want to get into Monday Night Raw? By the way, guys, you guys can call at any point during the show tonight. We're gonna mix it up. 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070.
And when you get in the Raw, I'll let you run it down because I didn't see it. I'll just comment on the couple things I did see and the things I read that I have an opinion about. So. We can do that quickly.
We're not gonna run it down from top to bottom, but we'll just do the high
points,
high points and the low points. So they kicked it off. We had.
Where were they, by the way? They were in South Carolina,
Greensboro, North
okay.
Carolina, right? So they kicked it off. We had.
The Raw rating was. The X-ray was a picture of.
God damn it! I'm pulling up my fucking Raw report. Give me a break. So.
I just stalled for you. You cut me off. I could have stalled 10 minutes doing that shit.
So we have. We kicked it off, dude. It was the primetime players against Team Hell No, right? And we have Michael Cole. There was no Jim Ross.
Are you doing that on purpose now? And
no.
Jesus Christ, bro! You gonna live through the show today?
I got water and I got fucking Pepsi here, dude, and it's not a very good mix. Anyways,
water and Pepsi's a bad mix these days.
Yes,
fucking
it is.
pussy.
Anyways, get out of here. So Team Hell No against the primetime players. Michael Cole, who and we had the Shield, who were up in a skybox. So
yeah, in the balcony or whatever.
Right.
That's a cool little thing too to do.
Right. So
looking over at the action.
So during the match, you had Seth Rollins and Tyler Black. They kind of made their way down, and then Dean Ambrose was the only guy left in the skybox. And then eventually he came down and joined in as well. And then at the end of the match, the Shield came out and they attacked Daniel Bryan and Kane, which is different from what we've seen in recent weeks, where it's been all about Ryback, you know, CM Punk and Ryback.
I don't know. You're good at picking stars. Like you picked Edge. I remember once you picked somebody else. You pick them early. I'm telling you right now, Dean Ambrose is going to be a big deal. It's very rare when you can see an interview, especially a debut interview, where you see the guys for the first time and you're like, holy shit, that dude's going to be a fucking star, and you can see it immediately. You can see it with him.
Well, we talked about it last week too. Mick Foley came out and, you know, praised him and basically said this guy is, I mean, if they go with it, I mean, that's the thing with WWE though. You never know, man.
Triple H is high on him too. We mentioned that last week also. That can't hurt him. You know, that's going to be good for his career, obviously. Look at Sheamus.
I mean, the Dolph Ziggler thing really gets me, dude. Where the guys had that Money in the Bank briefcase, and it seems like a TLC, John Cena's going to win it there, and then what happens to him, man? I mean, Dolph Ziggler is the next big thing in WWE, dude. You know the guy can work. You know the guy can cut a great promo, and they're going to take the Money in the Bank briefcase away from it? You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, dude.
They got to change this fucking, it it sounds small and petty, but they got to change his colors. The bright, fucking goofy colors. I mean, I guess they work for John Cena, so if he's going to be a babyface eventually, I guess. But I think they need to get him a serious color, serious look, serious attitude, and if they did that, he could be a main eventer today. You know, there's no, in the future he's going to be a big star. He could go, he's got everything, like you said. He could go right now if they gave him the ball. And hopefully, I mean, maybe he retains the fucking briefcase. Who knows? I mean, it's doubtful, but... And if they do take it from him, they better have something good for him to do afterwards. They don't want to kill off the momentum they've been trying to build, you know, indirectly with.
Well, they got to get him away from Vicky Guerrero too, dude. And they kind of teased that last night on Raw, dude. That there was some tension, you know, that was building.
They've done that a few times and they never followed through.
Right. So we had primetime players. Darren Young was out there. Remember we talked about him last week. He was on the commentary the one week, and then you didn't see
Darren Young.
See him the following week. But you know what? It's like whenever the primetime players are in a match, you know who's going to take the pin, bro. It's always Darren Young, dude. They're not Titus O'Neil never takes the pin. It's always on Darren Young. So that shows you how they feel about him, you know what I mean?
If they ever break up, you know who to look for. Which one not to look for and which one to look for.
Right. There was a backstage segment. It was John Cena and Sheamus basically hyping up the main.
Let me ask you a controversial question.
Can you ask me a controversial question, Boone?
I would like to ask you a controversial question. I don't put you on the spot because it's about your friend. He might be listening, and you might have to fucking face the consequences an hour or two if he calls in. You say he's always got the problem with the primetime players, so maybe think of crime time because Shad might be coming on an hour or two. Who do you think? You said in the primetime players, Titus O'Neil is the guy. Darren Young is clearly they're not high on him. When Crime Time was in their prime, when Crime Time was at their prime time, no pun intended, who do you think was the better star between the two, JTG or Shad? Because I know you're also friends with JTG, so I'm really putting you on the spot. I'm asking a controversial question.
No, you're putting me on the spot, but I'll be honest with you. I thought Jay was the better worker. You know.
You thought JTG?
Yeah, I thought Jay was the better worker.
Who was the better character? Who was the better personality? So still JTG?
Well, you didn't. I mean, all their promos were about the money, yeah, and that was about it. You know what I mean?
You didn't think they had individual charisma?
Well, they were both decent. They were both decent workers, but you know,
they're on the same level.
I mean, Shad'll tell you, man. I mean, Shad's come on here and he's told you before that the guy doesn't suck up. You know, he doesn't, and that's the thing, man. Is if you don't suck up to people.
You gotta play the game.
You gotta play the game, man. And some people don't have it in them to suck up. You know what I mean?
Dude, you're like that, motherfucker. In our business, in the internet wrestling world, I mean, we don't have to get into it because it's not, I guess, badass to say you're a rebel in the internet community, but you don't kiss no ass when you could easily get a lot further ahead if you did. And it's been like that the whole 12, 13 years I've known you. I'll play the game a little bit. I'll do what you gotta do to make some money. But you go your own way, and look who's making more money than who now. So I guess you knew what you were doing.
Well, what are you gonna? Listen, I need to do things the way that I need them to be done. You know what I mean? And if people don't like it, then I don't want to work for you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do it my way.
You have an amazing ability to give somebody a fuck off fucking attitude. If you're not in the mood to deal with their shit, you can just be like, hey, fuck off. I'm doing my own thing. I don't want your help. You don't know what you're talking about. I do.
Listen.
You completely shut it out.
WZROnline.com is only a couple years old, man. We'll give it, what do you think, maybe 4 or 5 years right now, right? About that?
And so, I think it was about 5 years ago when I gave you the idea for the name WZROnline.com. I think that was 5 years ago. Yeah.
And the site right now averages 12...
You didn't even sell it, you fucking prick.
No. And the site averages about 12,000 uniques and about 80 or 90,000 page views on a daily basis, which is pretty good, man, for a brand new site.
Solid, man. Hell yeah.
It is, man. It's an army.
It's a site based around a radio show. I mean, that's the name, the fucking design, everything's built around the radio show. And how many fucking radio show websites could you say does that kind of traffic online? Any radio show.
Well, you can look at any radio show and nobody's got 60, 70, 80, 90 people in the chat room, dude. Maybe 10, 15, 20. Even your former home that you used to work for, dude. We're way ahead of them as far as...
You would check. They were my home, and I couldn't tell you how many people have ever been in their chat room. I don't even know what their chat room looks like. So that's how much I paid attention when I worked for them fucking scumbags. But,
God, I haven't been to that website in months and months and months, man. You know, I think.
To be honest, I didn't go to it when I worked for them. What do you think of that? That's a true story too. I didn't need to. My work didn't involve me having to go to the website, so I would go to my little control panel, do my work, and fuck out of there. Give me my money.
Give me my money.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot. I'm a bad, bad man.
I got that money. Yeah. Check it out. Wait for it.
You gonna drop it?
Wait for it.
Holler.
Yeah. Come on, help me out. Stall a little
5,
bit.
4,
3, 2, 1.
Hey now.
Money type thing right there. I thought that was in the theme. Fail.
I mean, they were kind of a takeoff of the fucking Mo Money, the Damon Wayans and Keenan Ivory and shit. But
yeah, but the
prime. I remember you used to mark out even before you were fucking friends with JTG and Shad. When that fucking theme would hit, you liked the fucking Brooklyn part. You'd always fucking mark out for it. Yeah, I can picture you bobbing your dumbass head to it right now, dude. True story.
True story. So let's get out of here. I'm not that much of a
True story.
All right. All right, so back to Monday Night Raw. So we had primetime players, and we already talked about that. There was a Divas match. They did AJ and Tamina. So it looks like AJ's back in the mix, right? There was no makeout session either this week with John Cena and AJ. There's actually no...
David, did they do anything with that storyline this week at all? Did they, reveal anything new or... development?
There was nothing, man. There was no. I mean, Vince McMahon came out and brought it up and basically said, you should apologize, and that's where they did all the TLC changes, where, the briefcase was going to be on the line and everything else.
So yeah, they made all those changes, and then tonight they had to change CM Punk match. That whole pay-per-view just got fucking made over.
Yeah, no, it really did, especially when Vince came out, Speaking of CM Punk. Is it 9:15 already?
Is it really? I wasn't even...
Wow.
Yes, it is. I wasn't even looking. I'm in the dark. I have no clock.
Well, we got to go to break.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We're 15 minutes
we'll
over.
Finish up Raw in hour 2.
All right.
Right.
You're listening to WZR Radio. This is a fucking wild show. Whatever. Anyways, you're listening to WZR Radio with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. We'll be back right after this. You answering my phone call, dude. I've been calling you for 3 times. I said, yo, I'm on break, man. So, he's going to be calling here in about 5 minutes. We'll have him on here. We'll plug his new reality show or whatever he's got going on. Shoot the shit with him. If you guys want to call up, ask him some questions, you can do that. Matt Boone, where you at? Matt Boone? Hey, retard. Hey! Matt Boone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Oh. I didn't know you were back yet.
I'm eating, Shad called me during the break and said, pick up the phone, dude, you're not answering. So, I said, I'm eating my chicken nuggets, dude, I had to take a break.
Was he calling he was calling your cell phone?
Yeah, he's going to call here in about 5 minutes, so. What do you want to talk to him about? I don't know. I guess
talk to him about the current landscape. He's up on shit, right?
I didn't know. He reads my Twitter. Whatever I post on Twitter, he fucking... I keep him updated, man.
That's how he follows wrestling, through your Twitter feed?
That's what it is, dude.
Well, look at the technology these days. You're providing a good deed.
So real quick, before he calls up, man, CM Punk comes out, right? It's him and Paul Heyman on Raw. And Heyman says, he starts bashing the WWE Encyclopedia. Says, there's nothing in there written about CM Punk and, this whole thing. Who wrote the encyclopedia? I think it was Kevin Sullivan, right? I think he was the guy behind that. And
encyclopedia? What are you talking about?
the WWE Encyclopedia that came out about a week.
Kevin Sullivan wrote that? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, man.
You don't even, he don't work for WWE, does he? Kevin Sullivan? Are we talking about the same Kevin Sullivan?
Yeah.
The wrestler?
Uh-huh.
Huh. Well, maybe he did. I didn't know that.
But, no, he did this encyclopedia, so Paul Heyman came out and started ripping it. And, he basically says the whole respect thing, nobody gives CM Punk any respect, da-da-da-da-da-da. He says, today, or later tonight, he's, gonna take over CM Punk. He's gonna surpass his title reign of 300 and, what is it, 300?
However many days. 70 something, I think.
300 and something days, dude. 370, 380
Close to 400.
days. Right. So, he says, or he says, Punk says that none of these fans give him any respect, and he points out some, goofball in the front row, calls him a bald idiot or something like that, tells security to escort him out of the building, da-da-da-da-da-da. This might be Shad right now. Hold on. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
What's up, it's Chad.
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just chilling.
No doubt. How's the, man, you guys, anybody that's listening live right now, I put up a video. It was about a 25-minute video, and basically followed you around, right? Showed your daily routine. That's a good idea, man. It was good stuff. And by the way, the opening, the B.O.B., I'm in beast mode, dude. Yo, I wake up to it every single morning. But that's my new shit, dude. Every morning, dude, I wake up and play that.
You know what? I can't even take credit for that. The director Brian, he played it for me. He was like, "Yeah, here's the first episode." And I was like, the first thing I saw, I was like, "God, 25 minutes. That's way too long." Dude, I was like, wrestling fans have a short attention span.
Right.
And he was like, well, like the first episode was 25 minutes. Everyone after this one will be less than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
no, all right, that's cool.
No, it was good. It was good stuff, though, dude. People like that stuff, man, where they can follow you and see what you're doing. Going to the gym and all the other stuff. So it was. And it's got a lot of views, right?
Yeah, I think we got over 4,000 views as of yesterday or today, and I've gotten nothing but positive responses. Of course, there's always one or two dicks, but I don't care. You know, everybody else has been really positive. Some of the boys have saw it, and a lot of the boys was like, "Yeah, it's good." And
DDP contacted you through there, right? He said, I don't know if you saw it, but he said give him a call.
Oh yeah, I know. I got to call him tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because I'm flying to LA next week, so he's like, dude, I love this. Give me a call. And so, he for the next future episodes, he might be on. A couple of the guys, they were kind of skittish about it.
Right.
But after they saw the first episode, they were like, dude, they could film us working out. They don't care.
Now, so the only question I had, WWE didn't have any problem with the, because I was worried, because I'm watching it and I'm seeing all this WWE footage and I'm like, man, they're gonna come on and they're gonna say copyright this, copyright that, dude. And I was, but they haven't touched it, right?
They haven't said nothing about it yet, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm expecting to. They're probably if it gets enough buzz and people like it,
right?
If everybody likes it, WWE's gonna say something about it.
Exactly.
And so far, enough people like it to where it's probably on their radar, but they're not gonna jump on it just yet.
Exactly. Exactly.
And honestly, it's like it's one of those things where I have a good relationship with a lot of people.
Right.
So most of the guys who troubleshoot this kind of stuff, they're like, "Oh, it's a beast. Let's leave it for a year."
There you go.
We're not gonna hound him. He's a good guy, He's one of the nice ones.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, listen, man, I got my co-host here, Matt Boone. He's on the other line. Matty Boone, you're still here, right? Where's Matt?
Matt
Boone. What happened to him?
He's in the boonies.
He's in the boondocks, right?
Exactly.
No, I don't know. I guess I don't know. We lost him, dude. He'll call back, dude. We had him for hour number one. So what's up, man? I mean, you've been busy, dude. I put something up on the website. 3 films in the past year, right? And then you're doing the reality show.
Yeah, you know what? 3 films, 3 TV shows. You know, it's more of a documentary than a reality show. You know, because the first thing I told him when I wanted to do it was, I was like, I'm not staging anything. I'm not setting anything up. I'm not, you know, I don't want to falsify. You know, I don't want this to be some kind of BS where, you know, I've seen certain guys do documentaries, and sometimes they like stage events and what they really do in their normal life. You know what I mean? I told them, you know, straight up, I don't like reality shows in general. You know, this isn't I Love New York. You know, I'm not trying to win a date. You know, I'm working my ass off and I'm busting my ass, you know, to do TV and films now, and I've been, you know, modestly successful. You know what I'm saying, for what I've done so far, but it's more than a lot of guys have done.
I'll be honest. I'm still waiting for. I'm still waiting, man. I got this feeling, bro. Primetime players, right? Talk about them all the time. Primetime players. It's a complete rip-off. You know, it's a complete rip-off of Crime Time from back in the day with the money thing. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it, dude. I'm thinking eventually you're gonna get a call. Somebody's gonna snap out of it and say, "Yo, there is an angle." Right here, man. Primetime players against Crime Time. It's right there. It's set in stone. Everything's ready to go. I'm just waiting, man. I'm telling you, it's coming.
You know, it's funny. So far, I've already got a couple of calls from the office, and I've talked to the office. And honestly, I'm honestly saying right now on your show, I said last night on AfterBuzz also.
Yeah.
Primetime players are nothing like Crime Time.
Oh, come on, though. Come on, though. No.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why.
All right.
Because Crime Time was controversial, and we had balls enough to do things that were against the grain,
right,
that could have got us fired, but we did them anyway. And when we walked back to that curtain, you know, people were mad at us, but they were more proud of us because we had the balls enough to do things that other guys wouldn't do.
The only
Primetime players, they are team players. They will stare in the corner. They'll do the rules. They will say they'll be yes men. They will never ever jump out of line because they're scared to.
Right.
There's a big difference between being, you know, a bad motherfucker who's willing to get his ass beat,
right,
and being a big muscle bitch who, you know, just doesn't want to step out of line.
Well, you know what the problem is, dude, is, I mean, they had Darren Young on commentary a couple weeks ago, dude, and the dude couldn't speak for shit, bro. I mean, it was horrible, right? The only thing, I mean, but when they do the whole thing, you know, millions of dollars, we got millions of dollars.
That's similar. That's similar.
Right,
that's
right.
Similar. They literally to a catchphrase and they try to make it their own.
Right.
You know, the problem is,
right,
you can't bounce around there saying millions of dollars when you drive a Honda Accord. You know? Like, yo, I make good money, you know what I'm saying? I make really good money, and I ain't got no fancy car. I'm a father, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a QX something that my wife got because it's one of the safest SUVs out here. You know what I mean?
Right.
I make money, but yo, come on, man. I'm a dad, man. You know, I'm not.
Yeah, but all right. Let me ask you this, right? Somebody from the office calls you up and says, "Yo, Shed, listen, man, we got the primetime players, man. JTG's here for however long he's gonna be there. I'm worried sick about it. I mean, come on, bro. I'm worried sick about him, dude. When the roster cuts come, you know what I'm saying, dude? Dude, come on. You talk to him, and you know that probably when the roster comes, I mean, it's people like him, even a guy like Zack Ryder. I wouldn't be surprised to see a guy like Zack Ryder go. You know, I mean, you can tell that Ryder's frustrated with his tweets, dude. Some of these tweets where he's just like, "What the fuck, bro?" You know what I mean? But let's say the office calls you up and said, "Listen, man, it's right there, dude. Primetime players against Crime Time. We'll do an angle. You know, would you go back? Would you say, yeah, I'll do it? I'll go back."
Well, I've already got a couple of phone calls like that, and you know, there's a couple of certain people in the office that really like me a lot. You know, like I've already gotten the phone calls from a lot of guys in the office who really like me. You know what I'm saying? And they really want me to come back.
Right.
But they know that right now I'm actually being successful. You know, I'm not destitute. I'm not in poverty. You know what I'm saying? So I live a comfortable lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like outlandish. I've never been outlandish with my money. Like, you've never seen me buy a $20,000 watch or something like that. I don't do that kind of stuff. You know, my wife can kick my ass, so you know, I don't do that kind of stuff. But I've already got a couple phone calls from people, you know, who were saying they want to suggest things like that. But at this point, it's like at this point, us versus the prime time players isn't really a money maker right now.
Right.
But us being in the tag team division is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The tag team division has always had a rocky road. And let's face facts. I think Kane is one of the greatest workers of our era. Seriously. He'll go down in history as one of the greatest workers ever. You know, one of the greatest big men ever in WWE history.
No doubt.
Okay?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
you know
no doubt. No doubt.
And I think Daniel Bryan is awesome. I thought Daniel Bryan, I literally used to, like, argue with guys, you know, in the office about why Daniel Bryan and Low Key didn't have a job with the company. You know, and it was always the same thing. Oh, they're not 6 and 7 in Bulletproof. And I'm like, screw that. Low Key's a bad motherfucker. So is Daniel Bryan. You know, so I think those guys are awesome workers, but they're not a tag team. They're a team, but they're more of a dysfunctional team. They're two single guys that can always separate, you know, whenever they want. Like the singles.
What do you think about Ambrose and Tyler Black, Seth Rollins coming into WWE?
I love them. Not Tyler Black. I know Tyler Black. I know of Ambrose. What's called Raymond. I've worked with him in FCW, and I think he's the truth. He's gonna be an awesome worker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think he's still developing. From when I worked with him to now, he's developed so much that you can only be happy for that guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna be a beast when it's time.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, they put him in a team right now. He looks good from what I've seen on TV.
Right.
But he's gonna be a beast. And Tyler Black, he can go. That kid he has no empty on his fuel tank. Like, he can go. I would have compared him to CM Punk.
Right.
Because I think that does him disjustice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's his own wrestler. He's his own person. So I wouldn't compare him to anybody, but he can go. He can do his thing in the ring. You know what I mean?
Well, when I go down to New York City, I mean, it's crazy, dude, because I've been going to New York City for years and years and years. I don't travel for WWE or TNA events, dude, but I go down to New York City for Ring of Honor, dude. And you know, guys like CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Tyler Black, Dean Ambrose. Actually, Dean Ambrose, I don't think was ever in ROH. I know he worked for PWG and what was the other one? Shikara. You know, I know he's worked there, dude, but awesome workers. And then not only that, dude, but they're bringing these guys up. And you know what happens, dude, where they bring guys up from developmental, and then they got to work their way up, dude, and if they make it, they make it. If not, they brought these guys up, you know, Roman Reigns and Tyler Black and Dean Ambrose, and they are right there in a main event position. And that's a good thing, you know what I mean? To bring developmental guys up and put them right there at the top and see what they can do, you know?
Well, that's what you want. You want to have talent like that. The only thing about it is you know, and this is one thing these guys all got to learn. There's a political machine in the company.
Right.
And no matter how talented you are, no matter how gifted you are, no matter how much of a beast you are, okay, that machine can and will swallow you up if you let it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I always a lot of guys always point out Skip Sheffield. You know what I'm saying? Ryback got fired.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, he did.
He got fired twice.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, and the second time he got fired, he was injured, and he said, yo, if you guys fire me, I'm going to sue you guys. And they're like, well, you know what? Screw it. Let's put a guy on TV a few times and then fire his ass. You know?
Uh-huh.
And he said, okay, fine, do that. And look what he did with it. He flipped it. Because he knew what he had to offer, even when I mean, I swear to God, it pisses me off with agents and, you know, some of the yes men in the back, because you'll listen to them talk about guys, and they're like, oh, he's not talented, he's not this, he's not that. But as soon as that guy gets a good run on him, they're all up his ass. And they're like, oh, yeah, I've always told you he's a good guy. I'm like, come on, you're the one that buried this kid.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it happens all the time, too, dude.
You're the ones that buried him, and the media says he should get fired. But now you're like, oh, well, he can work. Yeah. Who likes him? Take a likes him? Oh, man.
Yo, you know what? You know what they did with Tenzai, right? With whatever you want to call him, A-Train, Tenzai, whatever, right? When he came over, right? This dude,
I honestly, I just found out about what happened with Tenzai because I had to go to LA and I haven't watched wrestling in a while. And my boy that I stayed with, Christian Cage, he was like, yeah, you know, Ryback couldn't get Tenzai up. And I was like, what? They're burying Tenzai. And he showed me the video of Ryback trying to scoop Tenzai up and just not.
Yo, when Tenzai, well, he fucking, dude, when Tenzai came over, right? You know Tenzai, dude, he was a major star in Japan, dude. One of the top dogs over there, right? So they the reports were that they contacted him, right? And they did all the vignettes, dude, and they built him up that he was going to be this huge monster and he was going to come in. There was vignette after vignette after vignette for like a month or two straight. And then they bring him in and they were supposed to put him in a main event feud with a guy like John Cena. I think it was Cena. You know, and it lasted like 1 week, dude, and I don't think the dude has picked up a win in, I don't know, like 3 months, dude, you know what I'm saying? It's like they tell these guys one thing, yeah, man, we'll bring you over, you know, you're a major star in Japan, we'll bring you over to WWE, we're gonna put you in a main event position, and then boom, dude, right back. And how do you think a guy like that feels, dude? I mean, come on, man. He's promised a main event push in WWE. They bring him over, and now he's the complete jobber, dude. You know what I mean? And this is a dude that over in New Japan was the top dog over there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is, and this is the whole thing I always get with, is that it's a business, and being a jobber, if you're making a certain amount of money, then you're okay. You know what you do, you usually get okay with it. But if you're a jobber and you're not making the money you should be making, then you're pretty pissed off.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And a guy like Tenzai, who has, you know, he's an awesome big guy. Like literally, I used to watch tapes on Albert. You know what I'm saying? And I used to hear agents, you know, badmouth him and talk trash about him when he came by. And I was like, why are you hating on a guy who's in Japan? Him and, you know, Concord killing it over there. Right. And, you know, you're like, oh, that Japanese style sucks and this and that. I've done the Japanese style. It's freaking awesome. It's different than the U.S. style. You're telling big guys, you know, who are agile athletes, hey, don't be a high flyer, because when I was wrestling back in my day in 1980, you know what I'm saying, I didn't like the big guy jumping off the top rope because it took away from my moves. Yeah, I get that, but I mean, come on, man. Don't steal guys' shit and make them look terrible, you know? I watched the match with him and Ryback, and it was like, you know what it was? It was a veteran, you know, getting the shit kicked out of him by, you know, a rookie. And the rookie just didn't know what to do.
Well, who was the guy? Somebody in the chat room will bring this up. Somebody sandbagged him, dude. Who was it? Was it Tenzai versus Ryback? Was that who it was?
It was.
Was it?
You know what it is? Okay, this is the thing. And this is a big thing with guys like me, with guys like, you know, Goldberg, Mark Henry, Batista, Umaga, stuff like that. There's a reality factor we all go by. You know what I'm saying? And not every big guy is strong, you know, and not every, you know what I'm saying, strong guy is big. But don't take my size and make it look insignificant just to make one guy look good for one day. You
That's
know?
what it is.
Like, I used to pick up I pick up Big Show all the time. I pick up Viscera all the time. And for me, it's easy. But when I pick those guys up, I don't make it look easy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I put some reality, because you have to tell a story. You know? Yeah, I'm Superman, I'm Big Deep, but, you know, I get the crowd involved in it, so it means something.
Right.
The way they did it with Tenzai and Ryback,
Right.
you know, as a big man, you got to protect yourself. And honestly, Ryback couldn't get him up because he's not a strong guy. He's a big guy.
Right.
He's strong for the average person, but he's not like in our circle of people. You know, deadlifting 500 pounds ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I bench press warm up with 215. Come on. You know, it's not a big deal, but to the average person, they're like, oh wow, he's strong. No, muscles. You know, that show, like, that doesn't make you strong. And I kind of side with Tenzai on that because it's like, hey, you got to protect your side and nobody else is, you know?
Right, right. Yo, let me ask you this. I got 2 questions for you. All right. Number 1, what do you think about Ryback right now? I mean, he's only been around for what, 3 months, dude. And dude, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I've been telling these people. I mean, he cut a promo a couple weeks ago. I think it was last week or the week before, right? If they were to get rid of the whole, you know, the feed me more and the corny, you know, the corny shit that he's doing right now, dude, I'm telling you, dude, you give this guy a couple years. If they continue pushing him, he's the next big thing in WWE, man. I really believe that, dude. I think the dude cut a great promo. Needs some in-ring work, obviously. Still a little bit green there. But I think he's the next big thing, man. And then the other thing is Ziggler, bro. They're gonna listen, Ziggler's got the Money in the Bank briefcase, right? And I don't know if you caught Raw last night, dude, but they're gonna do Ziggler versus Cena, right, at the TLC pay-per-view, and the briefcase is on the line, right? So you know, excuse me, you know that they're gonna Ziggler's had the briefcase for what, almost a year now, right? Since last year's WrestleMania, right? They're gonna take the briefcase off him, dude, and give it to Cena. And then you're probably going to have Cena versus Rock 2 at WrestleMania, with the title on the line or with the briefcase, or not at WrestleMania. They're going to do it at TLC. It's going to be Cena versus Ziggler, and the briefcase is going to be hanging above the ring. So Ziggler, who's had the fucking briefcase, man, since WrestleMania, and they're going to take it off of him, man? I mean, come on, man.
I mean, I hope they don't. I remember a time where, you know, Dolph Ziggler, you know, couldn't get a break from any agent because they were saying he's too small.
Right.
And here's a guy that works with everybody, Spirit Squad, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you know, did his thing and, you know, looked great, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he just couldn't catch a break from, you know, the agents. And he proved himself time and time again. And, you know, because he had so much fire, so much heart. You know, Nick Nemeth, the guy, I've known Nemeth since his first tryout with the company. To when he got hired, you know what I'm saying, to every incarnation of him, you know, being a caddy, being a druid, being a cheerleader, to now being Dolph Ziggler. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, man, he's the truth. He's a bad motherfucker, you know. He is, dude. And honestly, he's this era Shawn Michaels, but in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, which a lot of wrestling fans say don't count. I'm sorry, man. And he's gonna surpass Shawn Michaels as far as being a showstopper and talent, because he can go. And
he's got it. That's what I'm saying, though. He's got it, man. He's got it. I mean, he's great on the mic. He's a great in-ring worker, right? And he's got the money in the brief. He's got the briefcase, man. So why not have him cash it in? Why not give him a shot at becoming WWE champion? Why fuck him over? You know he's gonna lose the briefcase at TLC next month, dude. You know what I mean? And then what happens, dude? And then Ziggler's basically, you know, he's probably gonna drop back down to mid-card, dude. You know what I mean, dude? You gotta build guys now, man. And there's 2 guys right now that I'm high on, man. And those being Ryback and Ziggler. And I think Ryback's got all the potential in the world. Needs a little bit more in-ring work, but other than that, dude, I mean, come on, man. Build these guys up.
The thing about, you know, Ryback, is he needs more layers, you know? And it's like either your hero has to have more layers to him, or the villains have to be a lot more cooler than he is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a hero can't survive on, truth, justice, and the American way forever. Like Cena's been here 10 years. You know what I'm saying? In 10 years, he really has only shown, 2 layers. There's the bad guy John Cena, and then there's the good guy John Cena. And so far, everybody's seen the good guy John Cena so much that, the bad guy John Cena has pretty much been done and forgotten.
Right.
And so every match he has is the same thing. Loyalty, hustle, respect. He's running into the category of Hulk Hogan right now, where all Hogan did, was say a prayer, eat your vitamins, say a prayer, eat your vitamins, say a prayer, eat your vitamins, say a prayer, eat your vitamins.
Right.
Right. Like, by the time you turn 18, you're like, damn, Hogan. When I was 9, you were telling me that crap. Now I'm 18 years old.
Yeah,
I see life in a different perspective.
It's the same. It's the same shit, dude. It's the same 5 moves every single match, dude. You know what I mean, dude? Where he does the fucking, the attitude adjustment, and then the 5 knuckle show or whatever the fuck. It's the same 5 moves every single time, dude. You know what I mean?
But you know what they call it? The 5 moves of destruction that nobody can defend against. Not nobody.
Right.
but you know what it is? And this is my big comparison of guys who are great, guys who are good. Guys who are great. Triple H.
Right.
I've seen so many incarnations of Triple H. I can't even point to which one that I thought was the greatest. Okay.
Right.
He's been a pretty boy. He's been a badass. He's been a deviant. Okay. Triple H has layers. He's an onion. Undertaker. He's been the dead man. He's been the servant behind Paul Bearer. Okay, he's been the American badass. He's been the struggling husband with the wife who's pregnant and Black Legends coming out. He shows layers. Big Show. Big Show has been the 7-foot unstoppable giant. He's been the emotional son who just lost his father. You know what I'm saying? He shows layers of himself all the time. He's been the comedian.
Yeah.
He shows layers of who he is,
Yeah.
I really I don't want to sound like I'm hating, and I don't want to sound like I'm bitter, because I know fans are like, oh, you're bitter, you're hating, John Cena's the greatest, but he doesn't show layers. He's the same person he was last year, and he was the year before, and the year before that, and the year before that.
But you know what? You brought up something. You were on here, I think, last month or the month before, right? And we were talking about John Cena, dude. And, dude, the more and more reports that I hear, dude, is the dude's a douchebag, man, in the back, where, the ego has just completely gone to the head, man. Where, I don't know if you've heard it or not, dude, but people say, people say that he's a dick.
You know what it is? And like I talked about this last night, too. John plays the game. Okay? There's a game that we all play in WWE, all right? And we all have to play it. Either you play it or you sit on the sidelines, all right, and you pretend to play so nobody bothers you. But there's a game we all have to play.
And it's called politics, and it's called sucking up, dude. It's called sucking up.
But you know what it is, though? It's just, like, I remember Triple H in an interview, and they're like, and it was about John Cena. And him and Shawn Michaels were like, John Cena loves the business. John Cena, he eats it, he sleeps it, he goes home, it's in his bloodstream. And this is a true fact. John Cena eats, sleeps, prays, has sex with, okay, and has married wrestling. That's his life. He doesn't have kids, okay? He doesn't have relationships. Wrestling is his love of his life.
Right.
Triple H is no longer the game, and he knows it. And he doesn't even qualify himself to be called the game, because he does have something inside of his life besides wrestling. He has a wife. He has a daughter. Okay? He has 2 daughters. All right? Shawn Michaels doesn't consider himself a player in the game anymore because he has a wife.
Right.
He has a son. He has a daughter. He has other interests that make his heart just fly off the handle to the point where he can't be that manipulating, politicking asshole that he was when he was 25 years old, 30 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No,
John
you're right.
Cena doesn't have that. You know, he does. He is. That's the political game in wrestling is all he does. That's all he has. And whether or not it works in my favor, your favor, the fan's favor, or anybody else's favor, it's part of the business.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
That's just a plain fact of it. And it's not going to go away no time soon. Seriously.
Yep. And that's what happens, dude. I mean, I remember when John first came in, dude. You know, and it's just the more that I hear from people backstage that he's turned into a complete douchebag, dude. Where he's just it's all he's bigger than anybody else. He doesn't help people. He's not. He's just. It's not the same John Cena, dude, and it happens all the time, dude. People get egos, you know what I mean, dude. And if you get on his bad side, I mean, look at Mickey James, dude, right? John used to date Mickey James. Where's Mickey James, dude? She got fired, right? Hey, who got her fired, dude? Come on. Of course it was fucking him.
You know what? And this is one of those things in wrestling. And this is what I always say is that. Like, I honestly, being in this business, you know, for as long as I have, and being around these guys, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of guys that I've known, that I've met, that I love, that nobody, none of the fans will ever meet, never hear about. And they were amazing athletes, okay? Amazing athletes. What's his name right now? Aaron, what's it called? Aaron Stevens. His name is different on TV right now.
It's not Johnny Curtis.
No. Aaron Stevens. He's on TV right now. He has a beard now on TV.
Damian Sandow?
Damian Sandow. Yeah, Damian Sandow. Aaron Stevens. Okay. Aaron Stevens was one of the best wrestlers I've ever met in my life when I came into wrestling. Literally. Hands down, one of the best wrestlers I've ever met in my life.
Right.
Okay? He got his shot on the road. It wasn't a fuck-up of his. Okay? Still a good worker. Got released. We're down in Puerto Rico. Okay? And with WWE. And he comes to the arena, and he's with everybody, and I see him, I'm like, man, I love you. What are you doing? And he's like, I'm working in Puerto Rico. He's like, I took a year off. I started busting my ass. I'm working in Puerto Rico. I'm doing matches down here. I'm like, how is it? He's like, big booty girls. You know what I'm saying? But I'm staying positive, and I'm working my ass off.
Right.
And honestly, first thing I did is like, Johnny, Aaron's good. Why are we doing anything with Aaron? Oh, well, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, but he's good. He can work. He can make anybody look good. Okay? Finally, Johnny gives him the shot back, gives him his job back. Awesome. Great. Literally, I heard about 20 guys on the roster say, why give him a job? He's too old. And he's going bald.
Yeah.
But he can work.
How old is he?
He might not be. Aaron's my age, you know? He's 31.
Yeah.
He's like 31, 34.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My thing with them is like, yo, don't judge a guy that you don't know, and you don't know his talents. You're just judging him based off of he's not 6'7", 300 pounds and bulletproof. That's stupid. Now look at him.
What?
He's
Yeah,
on TV,
and that's what it.
He's one of the best because he cut some of the best promos than anybody else out there. And he knows how to work and make people look good and make himself look good at the same time.
Exactly, dude. Exactly, man. And it's all about size. You know how it is in WWE. If you ain't got the size, dude, well, I mean, for the exception of a guy like CM Punk or somebody like that, dude, who's made it, but it's all about size. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Titus O'Neil, the primetime players, dude. I mean, you know, it's all size, dude. It's all, you know.
I mean, as much as we used to laugh about it. And it's a true joke, is that I remember, like, we used to have matches, and everybody was like, oh, fucking prime time, good match. Hey, JTG, you looking for that pay set soon, because he's going to get paid more. And I was like, what? Ah, you kidding. And I used to get my check, and I used to have a little extra on my check than he did, you know, because I'm a big guy. I eat more. And he'd be like, dude, that's fucked up. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, what do you...
What do I have to do? So argue with him?
No, listen. I know you talk to Jay, obviously, right? You talk to Jay all the time.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What does he think, dude? Does he know... Be honest, dude. Does he know that when the roster cuts come, does he know he's pretty much done? I hate to... I mean, he's got that... I mean... the poor dude, I mean, you see him every week, dude, and he's on Superstars or he's on Saturday Morning Slam, and he's jobbed out, and he's jobbed out, and he's jobbed out, and you know the dude's got potential, man. He doesn't get, it's like he doesn't get a chance, man, and he's got to be thinking inside to himself, man, what the fuck, man, I know I'm better than that, you know what I mean, dude, I don't know, man, I don't know, I'm just...
I'll be honest with you, at this point, and at this point, you know, I guarantee you there are a lot of more guys on the roster that are jealous of JTG than anybody else. I guarantee you.
Well, you got half the mid card talents that are pissed off, dude. Even divas are pissed off, saying, you know, I mean, look how many divas.
I'm gonna put it like this. I guarantee you, the majority of the roster right now is more jealous of JTG than anybody else. And fans will never understand what I'm trying to say. But boys, like most of the boys who are under contract and no contracts, they're looking at JTG like, you lucky son of a bitch. So
right.
He's pretty cool. He's cool where he's at, and he's chill where he's at, and you know whatever happens, happens. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's content. He's content where he's at, and he wants to move forward and do better.
Right.
But he's not you know what I say? I say it like this. When we first started, me and Jay were real kids when we started this. You know.
Right.
And Jay was a real kid, and I had Umaga, you know, God bless him, this is his anniversary of his death.
I know.
I had Umaga, Shelton, Batista, and guys like that. You know, Mark Henry. They always gave me the heads up for things, but Jason was really kid-minded about it. And I can tell you right now, in the 2 years I've been involved with the company, Jay has become such a businessman, more now than ever. It makes me happy. Because he's smarter, he knows what to expect, and he knows what he's worth, and he knows what he knows how to deal with the company more as a businessman rather than a kid who's happy to be there, which is what a lot of guys are right now.
Right.
They're just kids who are happy to be there, and you know you give them $60,000, and they're like, oh my God, I'm making a lot of money. You give them $100,000, they're like, oh man, I'm a star now because I'm on TV 5 days a week. You're not.
Right.
You're not.
Right.
You're honestly fooling yourself, and you're selling yourself short for a few bucks. And 5 years from now, you're gonna be like, man, I was so stupid.
Hey, a paycheck,
You know?
right? A paycheck is a paycheck. You know what I'm saying, dude? If you're gonna get why not, dude? Stick around, get that paycheck until you know a decision is made as to what they're gonna do. I mean, for Christmas is coming up, so I don't think we're gonna see roster cuts until you know probably spring next year, anyways. You know what I'm saying?
No, they might do it before Christmas. It all depends on them. You know?
Yeah. Let me check this out, dude. We for WrestleMania 29, right? I want to ask you about, we got a couple rumored matches. I mean, this is probably going to change, but as of right now, what do you think about this lineup for WrestleMania? You ready? You got The Rock against John Cena, number 2. All right, dude. I know, dude. And the whole thing is, they built it up, dude, once in a lifetime. It'll never happen again. And then they're going to do a second one. It's only rumored. I mean, it's not confirmed, right? You got CM Punk against The Undertaker. And basically, let's say CM Punk is still champion by WrestleMania 29. So you would have like a streak. You would have like CM Punk's title streak on the line against The Undertaker's undefeated WrestleMania streak. So that would draw, right? That's not bad.
I would actually I would love to see that. That sounds like something I would want to see.
Yeah. No, or if it's not CM Punk, do Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Do Brock Lesnar and Taker from the whole thing that they did with the UFC thing that went down a couple months ago. You know.
You know what's funny? I would do Brock, or CM Punk against Undertaker any day of the week. You know, any Mania. So any of those guys, if any of those guys are gonna face Undertaker, then I'm more than behind that match.
Right.
Seriously.
You would have the other rumored match would be Ryback against the Big Show. And the whole thing with that is, you know, Ryback would get that WrestleMania moment where, you know, he'd pick up Big Show on his shoulders and do the finisher. It'd be like, you know, big WrestleMania moment for him, you know.
You know what? I would rather see Ryback versus Brock.
Ryback. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, dude.
And that's no disrespect to Big Show, because I know Big Show's a great worker, and he's literally the greatest giant we've ever had.
Right.
In professional wrestling. Sorry.
Right.
Like Andre. Oh, I mean, Johnny was great, but Big Show's a giant athlete. Andre was a giant athlete, but he's a big,
But do you think Brock would job out to Ryback, dude, at WrestleMania? You know what I mean?
You know what? That's the point of that match. Nobody knows. So
right.
I would rather see Brock versus Ryback than Ryback, because that's something that's something interesting, To have
right.
two guys like that who are pretty much known for manhandling people.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. And then the last one would be Sheamus against Randy Orton. Randy Orton would be a heel by the time WrestleMania came around, but just have Sheamus versus Randy Orton. No good on that one.
I mean, seriously. I don't know, man. Sheamus has never really done a lot for me, man. He's never I don't dislike the guy. I'm not a huge I'm not sitting there watching his matches like, oh my god, this is so impressive.
Right.
But
Right.
watching Sheamus is not it's not riveting to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm watching his match and I'm like, man, I can't wait for him to face.
That's I tell these guys all the time, man. I'm not sold on Sheamus either, dude. There's something not there, dude. Something's not there. You know what I'm saying, dude? Yo, if you guys, we're gonna be here for about 5 more minutes, guys. If you guys want to call up, it's 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. You guys can ask Shad Gaspard anything you want to ask. He'll answer anything, man. Crime time players, whatever you guys want to talk about. 518-712-3070. I don't know where my co-host went, man. He disappeared, so whatever.
He heard I was coming, so he bombed out.
Yeah, right? He got nervous. He said, Shad Gaspard's coming on. I'm getting the fuck out of here. No.
I can't talk no shit. I'm leaving.
All right, so call up, guys. 518-712-3070. I know you guys got questions. We had tons of phone calls earlier. I don't know what happened, but what are you going to do? What are you doing? Driving?
No. I just got to the gym.
Oh, all right.
This is my third workout of the day, apparently.
Jesus, dude. Damn.
Yeah, because I got a real big audition coming up, and I am trying to look my physically best. So
right.
I pretty much want to look. I pretty much need to look like a Greek god at this point.
Yeah.
I'm on a good course there. So.
Well, who was in the video? Was that your wife that was that she was bench pressing like 200 and something pounds, 300 and something pounds? Was that her?
I mean, squatting.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife, she can on Smith machine. She can squat. She can squat a little bit, like around little past 4 or 5.
Wow.
But she can. Yeah.
Wow.
She was like everybody's like, oh, she's pretty. I'm like, no, she's a bitch. She's strong. It's a funny thing because I love my wife to death. I really do.
Yeah.
But she's sick right now, and so when one of us is sick, we sleep in the living room couch.
Right.
So we don't want to put the bacteria in our bed, and it stays there. And
right.
So sleep on the couch, and just keep it in the living room, clean with Lysol or whatever later.
Yeah.
And so, me being the good husband that I am, I was like, hey, I'll lay on the couch with you, but, we'll lay on opposite ends. So our couch is to hell. So I'm like, you'll lay that way, I'll lay this way. You're right there, and your feet will be close on my head, but I don't care. I love you. And so I'm asleep late at night, like 2 nights ago, with her on the couch, and all of a sudden I feel, bam, I get kicked in the face. And bam, I'm like, what the fuck? I wake up swinging, and I'm just swinging, I look up, and freaking, she's just laying there with her mouth wide open, it's like, ah. I'm like, you motherfucker. You got 2 cheek shots on me, and I can't do nothing.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. So,
I love her though. She's like really, she's been sick for the last few days, and she's getting over it just now today. So
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll be good by tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt. Hopefully she gets better soon, man. Hey, listen. Before we go, what's the plan for the YouTube series? You're gonna be doing these bi-weekly, weekly? What are you?
You know what? I'm gonna the next one, because like I don't put them out. The director Brian, he gets them ready and he puts them out. I just like walk around and say okay. So I honestly don't approve of anything.
Right.
He just puts out whatever he thinks, you know. And that's because I don't want this. I told him straight up. I said, yo, if you're gonna do this, make it real.
Right.
Don't make it fake. Don't don't make it no Jersey Shore where you cut the one scene I'm wearing a red shirt, cut another scene I'm wearing a blue shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, make it real as possible. If it's gonna be a documentary, don't make it a mockumentary. And so he puts out every episode on. He puts it on my Twitter on. He sends it to me on Friday. And I put it on my Twitter for my Twitter fans on Friday. And then I usually let everybody else know by Monday. You know? So,
right.
So if you follow me on Twitter, you can see it before anybody else.
All right,
You know?
so you got it's twitter.com/shadbeast, and then the YouTube channel is what? YouTube.com BKBeast, is it?
Yeah, BKBeast, I think 13 or BKBeast.
Yeah, check that out, guys. If you guys haven't seen it, it's about a 25-minute long video, but it's awesome, man. It just basically follows Shad around, and it's a really cool. And then send me the links and shit, dude, and we'll put them up on the website for you, dude.
You know what, man? I'll make sure every week on Monday I'll send it to you.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can put it up. You know, they let me see. So far, I know I had a couple of fans, your fans. They tweeted me about it. And they all liked it. They all were like, dude, you know, you're fucking talented, you know. And like I know, you know Simon Dean.
Who's that? Bucci?
Yeah, Mike
Right.
Bucci.
Yeah.
He actually said something the other week that freaking made me cry. And he was like, he sent me an email. He was like, you know what? He's like, I recruited you, I hired you. You're fucking talented as shit. I watched you, you know, work your way from a dumbass to, you know, being a WWE superstar, you know, and I'm proud of you. He's like, you're so fucking talented, you can do whatever you want. And that just, like, when you get acknowledgement from your peers,
Right.
it makes you want to cry.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys that, you know, I never expected him to say anything. Like, we always share each other. Like, we love each other, we share each other. But him saying that to me just made my heart, like, you know, sing, seriously.
No, I hear you, dude. Yeah. And there's other ones that have commented too. You know, DDP and Bucci and everybody else, dude. So it's awesome, man.
DDP, Goldberg.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are hitting me up, and they're all like, a lot of guys hit me up, and they're all like very, very proud. They're like, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're doing good. They're like, just keep doing what you gotta do. They're like, but we love the video. It's like, you're in the right direction. So.
Well, keep making them, dude, because I watched the one the other week, dude. The one that you sent me, I put it up on the website for you, dude. And just send me the links, dude, and I'll put them up on the website, and we'll get it to, you know, we'll get views and get it to take off for you. So we'll be good to go.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right, bro.
Watch us put WWE cancel it because of what's it called? Copyright infringement.
Yeah. All right, dude. Listen, come back. The next one you do, man, we'll bring you back on. I'll have my co-host here, and then we'll do another one, and I'll play it. I'm gonna be doing some video and shit on this too, so we'll be able to show it to everybody that's listening live, and we'll put it up there, and then we'll put it up on the websites too.
All right, cool, most definitely. Yeah, you know what? Hopefully I'll be your first guest for the new year.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah, listen, you know, man, I'm here every Tuesday, 8 to 10, man. You always come on here anytime you want, bro.
Appreciate it, Rob. Have a good day, bye.
All right, dude. Be good, man.
Later.
All right, later, bro. All right, guys, that was Shad Gaspard. Thanks for Shad calling. He is a good dude, man. He's just an awesome, awesome guy. I have no idea what happened to Matty Boone, and I'm sorry about the audio right there, man. Jesus, dude, that was loud. I don't know what did he say he was in the gym or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, so that'll do it. God, we didn't get to do the rapid fire segment tonight. Sorry about that. I can do it right now. You want me to do it right now? Stick around for a little bit. Want me to do it? What do you think? In the chat? Yeah? No? Alright. No? Alright. Hold on a minute. Now you gotta bear with me, because I got no Boone, and I'm just chilling, doing the show myself, but I'll answer some questions. So hold on 1 second. I am exhausted, guys. Man, oh man, am I exhausted. Alright, hold on a minute. Go to facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR, facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Put this rapid fire segment up right now. I'll do about 10 or 15 of these, guys. I'm exhausted, man. I got SmackDown spoilers that I gotta do, and then I am going to bed at about 2 a.m., man. I was up this morning. You guys saw me on Facebook. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning. No sleep. What are you going to do? So what's up? Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Here we go. Justin Nesser, 7.5 inches. You son of a bitch. Christian Otama. Thoughts on Tyler Rex Twitter rant. That was awesome, man. And somebody came out today and defended him, which is really cool to see, man. And you know what? I think it was Kenny Dykstra or Ken Doan, I think it was, that came out and defended him. And a lot of things, I mean, everything he said on his Twitter account, it's all politics, guys, at WWE. It's basically like a high school fucking, high school drama, dude, WWE, where if you don't suck up to the right people, you're gonna get fucked over, you're gonna get jobbed out, you know what I mean? What else do we got? Daniel Hartfield Hutsby, could you get Funaki for an interview, and what do you think of the TNA Hall of Fame? Funaki, I do not know him. I'm sure I could talk to somebody like JTG and get his phone number and probably get him on here. Problem is, with WWE, everything has to be approved by them. They can't go out and do interviews. It has to be approved by the company, so it's tough to get WWE talents on here, but I wouldn't mind doing it. Lewis Daw, what do you think the greatest attitude era... What is this? What do you think the greatest attitude era to not be WWE champ? I think the Road Dogg. Attitude era to not be WWE champion. Yeah, the Road Dogg. I mean, the Road Dogg's got great mic skills, man. Great in-ring worker. Billy Gunn, I thought could have been a champion at some point. WWE champion. Christopher Brown. Punk hadn't gotten hurt. Punk. Oh man, I'm so tired. Punk hadn't gotten hurt, but last night, could we have seen a Shield Punk versus Team Hell No? Orton and Ryback are next week's main event. Well, like the caller that called in hour number 1, we're going to have the Shield against Team Hell No next Monday night on Raw, I believe. So we'll see what happens, man. I don't think CM Punk's going to be out all that long. I think it's just a couple weeks, man. Maybe 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks, something like that. What else? Lewis Daw again. Also, do you think that Kane, more Funaki, do you think that Funaki will return at the Royal Rumble? No. Funaki, bro? What's the deal with Funaki? Come on, man. He's going to be a jobber for life. Get out of here. Sean Smith. Is it true that Mike Bennett is close to signing with the WWE? We put an article up. He met with WWE officials. He dates former WWE diva Maria Kanellis, and he's in ROH right now. But yeah, I mean, listen, anybody who's offered a job at WWE, you're pretty much going to take it. That's where you want to be. If you're a pro wrestler, your main goal is obviously to make it to WWE. It's the biggest company in the United States, so why not? But he did meet with WWE officials, but nothing confirmed as of right now. No deal's been signed or anything like that. Robbie Eurebrower, Crazy Killer will back next week, Rye. What? No idea what you're talking about. Kendall White, thoughts on why the story ended with the Shield? It didn't end. The Shield's just getting started. Mike Martinez, Ryan, what's up with all your backwards hat? You look pretty gay. Like that. I wear a hat all the time, man. I never take my hat off. It's just a thing, man. I don't know. I'll take it. You want a photo without a hat? I'll take a photo without a hat. I'll put it up in the next week or so. What else? Frank Williams, do you think that Kurt Angle will ever go back to the WWE? Never say never. I just don't think Kurt wants to work a full-time schedule. So I would guess that not anytime soon. I think he's happy with TNA right now. And not only that, but recent interviews with Kurt, he doesn't sound good. He doesn't look good. You never want to speculate, but I'm not so sure that he's sober right now, and we'll leave it at that. Steven McAllister, if you could choose 5 wrestlers from the Attitude Era to return to the WWE, who would you choose? Well, I would say Steve Austin, obviously. The Rock, obviously. Pretty much all of DX, to be honest with you. I think Road Dogg, great on the microphone. Billy Gunn, another one, great on the microphone. I'd like to see Sting in WWE. I know he wasn't, Sting's never been in WWE, but I'd like to see him come in. But again, it all deals with a full-time schedule. Sting's a family man. He's got kids. He's got a wife. Doesn't want to work a full-time, WWE schedule. AJ Clark. Who do you like more, the Shield or the Aces and Eights? We've only seen the Shield for a couple of weeks, man, but I like what I see so far. The Aces and Eights angle, I think, is just drawn out. It goes on and on and on and on. It's been months now, and we've only had, 2 of the guys unmasked, so I don't know. And then the last one, Jesse Turtle Thompson, do you think WWE or TNA will ever come to Wyoming? I have no idea, brother. I know that they announced Lockdown was going to be at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, but as far as Wyoming, I don't know, dude. I have no idea. That does it. I'm tired, man. Like I said, they gave me these Xanax, man, to help me sleep, dude. I got tons and tons of tooth pain. Matt Boone's not here. We're out of here. Shad Gaspard, thanks for coming on in hour number 2. You saved the day for me. There is a lot of news that I'm going to be putting up on the website. I am way behind tonight. We're going to have SmackDown spoilers, Superstar spoilers, Saturday Morning Slam spoilers. They're all coming up on the website, WZROnline.com. Feedback. You guys can tell me. I thought this show sucked tonight, but that's just me. So, let me know. If you thought it sucked, let me know. Go to Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Go there. I just put it up. Feedback post is up. And we are out of here. That's it. We'll see you guys next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time on WZROnline.com. For Matt Boone. For Matt Boone. For Matt Boone. Wah, 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 wah. This is Ryan Clark saying see you next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time on WZROnline.com.